Hi everyone, it's Kev Minecraft's YouTube channel here. Just doing a review. It was pretty terrible weather yesterday. Um, so I'm just doing a review on Collingwood's performance against Melbourne. To get her pants pulled down like that, I was talking to a friend about this. It's pretty disappointing. Having three tours, Darcy Cameron, Mycheck and Reed, don't know the plan or the reasoning behind it. Ben Reid kicked a couple of goals and then looked like he did a hamstring. Now, I don't know how bad it is, but it will get confirmed on that. Um, personal, personal opinion, it's the second terrible performance that we've had. Um, I'm still not going to write off our top four credentials. I don't think we'll win the premiership the way we're playing. To be outright honest, but I think we've been poor for a long time. For the last couple of weeks, I should say, not for a long time. Scott Penderby came back in. I thought he played really well. Um, Max Gawn was out for Melbourne, and would have thought if Luke Jackson played, then it would have been a different side. Because he didn't, Brendan Bruce came in and did a terrific job. I thought to at least compete with Brody Grundy. Um, there's a few umpiring decisions as well in that game, which I was not impressed. The contact provider needs to give that as a high free kick to Melbourne, I find. Really poor. Wasn't even a free kick to Melbourne, it should have been a free kick to Collingwood. The one where one of our players slid in to get the ball and they paid it as a free kick to Melbourne. I think it might have been the high or whatever they gave that free kick to. Because the first one, well, about to go forward and score, but Melbourne ended up getting a free kick and scoring down the other end, and it's just like the frustration of some of the umpiring decisions lately. I have to admit, it's been poor. Lyndon Dunn, I thought he tried his best. Second game back, it's always going to be hard. I don't think that the playing off a day less break than the opposition probably matters too much. The training, having a light session obviously doesn't help. And clearly, doing more traveling than what we're now on. Yeah, boys look fatigued a little bit. I think we were off the first quarter. The last, well, normally we come out well, but against Adelaide, first quarter wasn't well we should. It was only 14 points of difference. And I thought, oh yeah, we can still come back. But clearly, we didn't look the goods then. So I thought we played terrible and probably should have done a lot better on the scoreboard when we had the chances. Melbourne showed up responded after we kicked the goal, and it was good to see Jamie Howlett kicking the goal and Ben Reid as well. Darcy Cameron missing a shot about 40 metres out. They were making the distance, and it just hurts as a fan. And I think that's going to be the way we look at it. We're just in the 8th or 7th on the ladder. The next, I say, couple of weeks are crucial. We've been saying this for a while. We got North Melbourne. We're coming off a 9-day break. North Melbourne just almost being Brisbane Lions, or technically Brisbane Lions were off. That was, to me, you can't even trust North Melbourne. So again, that's going to be a hard one to pick. But I'm a little bit annoyed that we didn't show some heart like we normally would do. Playing our brand of footy, I thought we would be better than that. 35 points, again, that's what I expect. I don't expect my boys to win by 10 goals, and like we did in last year. But we haven't been too good, and I think seeing that be the key problem is we're not being switched on and playing 4 quarters. We need to play 4 quarters. So to me, I don't see a reason behind it that we need to go that far deep in. Deep in the finals. So it's going to be hard for Victorian team to win the premiership. Other than that, we got Brisbane Lions up at Gabba, which I think that's a night game, so that would probably suit us more than anything else. Did rain a little bit as well. I think Melbourne in front handled probably the conditions a little bit better, and if I have to give the boys out of 10 performance, I thought we were 5 out of 10, and I could have gone 4, but I just thought we don't tend to play 4 quarters, but I think one thing that we did do is that we managed to get back into the game. So that did help us a little bit. According to that, I thought we were 7 out of 10 and 8 out of 10 the last couple of weeks. I thought the game against West Coast we were 4 out of 10, or even 3 out of 10 if I really wanted to be blunt. 3-0, about 6 out of 10. It was a real hard fought game, but just some of the players just, we've got nothing against the players that did play, but for those supporters that are saying, oh, you shouldn't be critical of the team because the way they played, blah blah blah, win, lose or draw, you stick with the boys, and say, we do stick with the boys, but the facts are we didn't play good. We played pretty poor. and it's a slap in the face because this year every team's in this situation. The only difference is Fremantle and West Coast, they haven't had a 4-day break or a 5-day break. They've had a week break. Now they're in the situation where they're playing 4 or 5-day breaks for the next month. We got a 9-day break. So I think the break can be used to freshen up a little bit and really make a decision on what we can do. But other than that, I think we were poor and need to make an impact on the scoreboard as much as we can. So if we're gonna do that really well, I think, well, maybe we might need to play Mason Cox. Because if Freddie Wincheck is out or Ben Reed's out, there's only Darcy Cameron. If we play Mason Cox, it's a two tall forward. So if Ben Reed doesn't play, I reckon you could go with that. Maybe play Jaden Stevenson as well. So I think with our performance, we haven't been obviously concerned on how much footy that we can play as a team. But I don't think we've been playing well as a team at all. It's gotta hurt. And as a fan, as a one-eye fan, I'm critical of my team. If we play good or we play terrible, I applaud the efforts. I would say, that was a really good win. Phew. Get over and done with. When we played Sydney, I was so happy about that win. Especially Josh Dacus. He can certainly play. But I think now maybe it's time to bring in Mason Cox and maybe Jaden Stevenson. I thought dropping Stevenson, well, he did kick a couple of goals in the last game, but he hasn't been looking like he could really take a game the way he would normally would. So I think that's why I still say that we're going to be in trouble for a while. But I know there's plenty of people telling the other supporters to piss off and stop being so bloody negative and all that. To them type of people, I say piss off. And get the hell over it. You can't. That's the whole point of barracking for a club that you love, that you show passion. No matter how well we played, what we're up and about, and how badly we do play, I think it's good. It brings us together. It gives us, the disappointment, the heartbreak, and there's a lot of Facebook groups on YouTube, not on YouTube, on the Collingwood pages are so critical of others just for having an opinion. I think Buckley can coach. I do. I think that. I think the players aren't performing. We have every right to question that. I think as us fans, we really do. We almost made it to a grand final last year. That comeback. But it's really frustrating. I don't know what's happening at the moment. Haven't been able to watch a team play. Or even train for that matter. to find out what's going on. So, to me, I don't jump off on one bad game, but this is our second bad game that realistically that have been terrible. It's not a we're able to respond, and I hope we do. I hope we send a message out to these type of teams and show that we can play at the level. But I'm not satisfied with this. I'm not. I expect us to be better. We should be beating Melbourne. Credit to Melbourne to where it's due. You guys played really well, and the amount of times that we walk out of the clearances. But we played West Coast when they came back to Perth. In my opinion, I was trying to look the way out after walking the other side. In my opinion, and this is just me speaking, if we played West Coast when they were going through that bad patch, we probably would have won. Same thing with Fremantle. But you know what? You can't control that. We really can't. So I take it as a fan, as a member, that I look back and I see, as much as being flat out busy and probably able to get the time to do this. I'm passionate about my boys. I really am. So I really think that we can do it. No matter how bad we're playing, I still love them no matter what. So I don't think that our supporters was some of the ones that some of the ones that do say, oh, you don't care about the team, and you're not a true supporter. Go screw yourselves. Because, something's changed. This year has changed more than anything. 10 years ago, we won the premiership. 20 years ago was in 1990. So for 30 years, we've had a 2010 premiership guarantee, and we've had the 1990 guarantee as a clash on when we won the premiership. Now, we can compete against these teams, but I want to see the consistency. I want to see effort. I want us to win. If we lose by points, it's like, there's a few things that maybe we could have done better, but you can be proud of the boys. I don't see that. I didn't see that against Melbourne. I didn't see the pride in the jumper. I did not see that. There's a few players that may have performed. Ben Reid until he went down. Tyler Adams is a hard nut. Scott Penderbury. Ben, I did say Ben Reid. Unfortunately for my check, he got concussed. So I think we need to see that. I'm not happy. This is we weren't good enough. But teams like against West Coast, when we tend to play well, I did expect better against West Coast. To be brutally honest, I did. Fremantle, the team that we probably should have beaten, Do I expect us to beat Adelaide? Yes. Do I expect us to beat Sydney? Yes. Essendon were fine, but now looking back, how did we lose to Essendon? GWS, they're in the same boat. We just lost to them. It was a hard fought game, but you look where Essendon are now. They're shit. They're not even a top 8 team. The media hype up Essendon because they expect it to be a top 4 team or a top 8 team, and they should be rising. Collingwood top 4 team. I'm not giving up on a top 4 chance. We can still do it. All depends on how Richmond go against Gold Coast. See, I guess the problem is, and I know this is an excuse because the interstate teams always travel far more than what they normally do when they play at home, is that unfortunately we're in hubs. See, the Victorian teams had to move out to join a hub because we were, and then stage 3 restrictions, and they were now like stage 4. So, we haven't been able to go out and watch our teams play. We haven't been able to go out and play a recreational sport, whether or not. Some of us were. I was lucky to be able to go to the gym, but I only went twice in the 2 weeks when they did open up. So, and I'm a little bit jealous that some our supporters in other states get to go to the footy, to the way I am. But, can't control that. So the ones that do get the opportunity, well done. But didn't know that you have to pay to get in until I was in the one of the True Footy YouTube channel when they do live streaming and ask them, are they going to the game? How many people say no? And they said that you have to pay. If you're a member, you have to pay to get in. So you pay your money to become a member, but then for you to wanting to go, you have to pay to get in. And it's ridiculous. It really is. So that's the way the AFL probably handle it. So as much as this is a bit of a rant, man, this is showing the passion that who I am as a person, as a Collingwood fan, as a member. I'm a one-eye Collingwood supporter. I do watch other teams play footy, and yes, I have the same opinion of all teams. I think Hawthorn should rebuild. But with Collingwood, we're a top 4 team. We're not playing like that. We did not play for a jumper. And I think Indigenous round is coming up this week, where we take on Melbourne on a Monday. So the boys would want to be fresh off the bat a little bit. So if this doesn't fire us up to perform, I don't know what will. I'm not giving the boys any kind of excuse for that performance. I still think that we should have been better. We should have beat Melbourne. That's the bottom line. We should have beat Melbourne. Credit to Melbourne. Fremantle should have been Carlton. To be brutally blunt with you, question not whether or not downfield free kick is out. I've heard that it should be. Had some of the others saying no, it shouldn't be. But other than that, I think we need to. You know, Fremantle stuffed up at the moments after that. So I look at Collingwood this week. I see there's hope, but I want to see hope. I want to see some fight. People play like they want to be in this team, so we can start showing North Melbourne. It starts with North Melbourne. It does. This has to start now. I would have. I know you can only allow one contact session a week, but if it was me, I'll be wanting to go for two. I reckon two's about right, to be honest. But that's it for me. Alright, like, comment, subscribe. Peace.